let's talk about some basics of electrostatics. So basically what happens when we have charges that are just hanging out. We're not going to let them move yet. That'll be when we talk about currents. So all this really comes down to one big thing is the Coulomb force, or Coulomb's law. And Coulomb's law is this good old thing. It tells us basically what the relationship, what the force will be if I have a charge Q1, Q2 separated by a distance r. That's what we're seeing. The big things to take away from this that we're going to need to worry about are, again, more charge, more force, more separation, so r gets bigger, less force. So some examples, if we got this charge Q1, charge Q2, let's say that Q1 is less than 0, Q2 is greater than 0. So we know from the law of romantic comedies that these will, attract. Fantastic. I heard your response through the wonders of the internet. That means that they're going to be attracted to each other with some force directed along this line connecting them. And it's the same, like Q1 is attracted to Q2 with the same force that Q2 is attracted to Q1. It's a stunning example of Newton's third law. If instead they had the opposite signs, they would repel. Either way, this is going to give us the magnitude, the size of that force. We're not going to worry too much about that. All we need to really keep in mind is that bigger charge means bigger force, closer charge means bigger force, and that they're going to attract or repel along a straight line. And that's where we want to kind of stay with our understanding of this right now. The other thing we want to get at is this interesting expression. So what this is saying is that some charge Q, so Q, can be thought of as being built up of some number n of electrons. So this is the electron charge. This is one of kind of the interesting results of physics, is that charge is quantized. There is a smallest unit of charge. Just like, for example, US currency, in terms of like actually being able to go out and spend it, is quantized. The smallest unit of US currency is a penny. Any dollar amount that you have can be made up from pennies. Likewise, any charge amount, like say this blob of charge here, is made up of a finite amount of little electrons, and these are the smallest amount of charge that you have. So if I have some charge Q, I'm saying Q is, 24 coulombs, then I can say that Q, that charge, is made up of some number of electrons. I could ask, how many electrons? Well, then it's Q, the total charge, divided by E, the charge per electron. So, total charge. And E is the charge per electron. And so, charge divided by charge per electron would just give me electrons back. It gives me a number of them. And so I would see that this is 24 coulombs divided by 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19th coulombs per electron. And I would get numbers that I wish I had picked more carefully. So I'd have 24 divided by 1.6. I'm going to separate out the coefficients, times 1 over 10 to the negative 19th. Oh, let's see, 24 divided by 1.6, so that's 40 divided by 2. So that's 8 times 4 divided by 0.8 times 2. Maybe. Nope, not 8 times 4. I can do math. 8, 16, 24. 8 times 3. That's 10 to the 19th, because if I flip it upstairs, I change the sign of it. I usually don't struggle this much with math. It's tough at the end of the day. So 3 halves, 8 divided by 0.8 is 10, so 30 over 2 times 10 to the 19th, which is 1.5 times 10 to the 20th electrons. That is a lot of electrons. Dang. Not quite a mole of electrons, but still a lot. So hopefully you'll have a calculator when you're trying to do that, so you don't have to sit there and struggle to do basic arithmetic off the top of your head like I just did. But basic ideas. Charge is quantized. That's important. That should be an is. Is quantized. That means that any blob of charge like this is built up of smaller electron charges, and those are the pennies of charge. And also we have the Coulomb's law. So basically, more charge, more force. More separation, greater apart, less force. And then law of romantic comedy is for attract and repel. Okay, have fun.